Welcome back to my channel Aura by Sakshi Mishra. For today's video here I have this 2-layer interlocked necklace which I have made with semi-precious quartz beads, and you'll find the matching earrings to them in the previous video, and today's tutorial is on the necklace. It's super easy and fun to make, so let's go ahead and watch how to make this. The materials we'll be using to make these are some chain nose pliers or flat nose pliers, round nose pliers, cutting pliers, some crimp beads used to finish our necklace. You can use a size of 1 mm or 0.5 mm. Some jump rings, head pins, crimp covers used to finish our necklaces, and then some beading wire or beading strings. And some beads of your choice. Here I'm using 2 strings of semi-precious quartz beads in 10 mm in this beautiful grey and black color. For the first step here, I'm going to start on my head pins. So we're going to take about 20 beads, put them onto our head pin. We're using our cutting pliers. We're going to cut off the excess, and then we're going to bend it towards one side and make a loop on it. And we're going to finish all of our 20 beads using the same technique. So basically put a bead on the head pin and make a loop on the very close to our bead. To make the second layer of our necklace, I only require 20 beads since my beads are 10 mm. If your beads are smaller or bigger, according to them you can decide how many beads you would require for the second layer. You can do the whole necklace with the second layer, but I prefer to do it only in the front part. So according to that, I am using only 20 of these. Make sure your loop is fully closed, otherwise it will just fall off the string. Now using the same technique, I'm going to finish off all of our 20 beads, and you can see in fast process how I'm doing it, and finish all 20 and keep them ready for our next step. Now our 20 beads with the head pins and the loop are ready, and we're going to move on to our next step. For the next step, I'm using a beading board or a bead board. You can use just your normal mat or whatever table you're using as a surface, but I like using it. It gives me a proper edge to keep my beads in place and also tells me how many beads I'll be using. So I'm using this. You can get this on Amazon or any store like that, like Itsy Bitsy or anything. Now we're going to cut a piece of our beading string or beading wire. On that we're going to put our first bead as the loop head pin, and after putting that we're going to put one of our normal beads. Then repeat with one of our looped beads, then one normal. So you put the loop one inside, take a normal bead without the head pin, put that inside, then again the loop, and then a normal bead, and you continue this process until all of our 20 beads are done. Now you can see that I've finished all of my beads, stringing all of my beads onto the wire. After that, it sort of looks like this. This is the front portion of our necklace, and the necklace is not yet finished. We have to do the back portion. So we're going to string a plain layer of beads, so no loop beads anymore, just a plain layer of string of beads. So we're going to take 10 beads on either sides, and we're going to string them onto a wire. So as you can see, I've laid out 10 beads on each side on my beading board, and I'm going to string them on to our beading wire and then finish our necklace off. So you can first see how I string these, and you can follow the same step, and then I'll show you how to finish our necklace. Hanging on our beads onto both the sides of our necklace, so the 10 beads have been added to our necklace. After that, I'm going to start finishing our necklace. For that, I'm using a crimp cover and stringing it on to our beading wire. If you have excess beading wire, please cut it off and then string our crimp cover onto it. Then I'm using two 0.5 mm crimp beads, two of them to keep it more secure as our beads are heavy, and I'm going to pull that towards bottom. I'm going to use one end of the beading wire and go through the crimp beads again to make sort of a loop, and I'm going to pull our crimp beads to the end of that loop, very close to the loop, not out. Be careful that the crimp beads don't fall out, but they're very close to form a small tiny loop. Then I'm going to use my pliers and press down our crimp beads. You can use any sort of pliers, you can use crimping pliers or anything. And I'm also going to use this serrated plier just to give it more strength, so I'm going to push it down even. What our crimp bead basically does is it holds our necklace and our crimp covers together, and it's where our entire necklace is going to be hanging on. So we have to make sure that it's nice and tight and secure. Then I'm just slipping my crimp cover to the top near the crimp bead, and there are 2 pieces of wire now, so I'm going to string 3 or 4 beads on top of it to cover it up. And after that I'm going to use some pliers in my hand to close our crimp cover on our crimp beads, so our crimp covers should be able to cover our crimp beads in place. So I will use that, I will fold that in, and I'll cover my crimp beads with that. So here you can see that I'm using my fingers first and just closing the crimp cover. After that I'm going to use a pair of pliers to tightly just tighten the crimp cover so that it looks like a bead, and you can't see the crimp beads anymore. And it's ready. It also has a loop on the end where we'll attach our jump ring that I'll show you in the next step. For the other side of our necklace I'm going to do the exact same thing, but be careful there. You have to push our beads towards the end of the other side and make sure it's fully tight and has no gaps, and I'm going to repeat the same process on the other side. After that our necklace is ready. The only thing left to do is we have to make a chain extension and we have to add a lobster claw. So for the chain extension I'm going to be using some jump rings. I'm using these jump rings and I'm going to open them up and link them together, so almost 5-10 jump rings together depending on what length of extension you want. You can even use extended chains, but since I've run out of it I'm going to just open and close jump rings and make an extension chain. So I'll string about 10 of them and I'll make an extension chain and then attach it to our crimp covers hook, like the small hole in our crimp cover. And after that I also like to add a little touch by adding 1 bead of our necklace onto the end of the extender chain. That gives my pieces a sort of unique look, I feel like. So I do that to all of my necklaces, either this or I add a charm. So today I went ahead and added a bead, so I'm going to add that to our extension chain as well. Now for the other side of the necklace I'm going to use a lobster claw to finish our necklace. So I'm going to take a jump ring, just a single jump ring. I'm going to open it up with the help of some pliers. After opening our jump ring we're going to take our crimp cover and we're going to put that through our jump ring first. After that's in, we're going to use our lobster claw, put that into the jump ring as well, and then use our pliers to close our jump ring back again. After it's closed, make sure there's no gap between the jump ring, the 2 ends of the jump ring. It's nice and secure, and our necklace is ready to wear. Now this is our final necklace and it looks really nice. I hope you all try it. If you find this tutorial helpful, please let me know in the comments below. Also, my Instagram page link is in the description, so you can send me pictures, or if you want to buy the necklace you can go ahead and buy it there. Also, like, share and subscribe to my video. And the matching earrings have been made in another video on my channel, so do have a look at that and let me know how it goes. And thank you. See you next time.